Welcome to Everything Money. In this video, you will learn about the company and stock Ocugen, the biopharmaceutical company. It got smoked yesterday. We will tell you why. We'll show you the financials behind this company and see how that translates into a stock price and what you should be paying for this company. They got a lot of rocky news, Paul, so we will show you all of this. If you want to trade this, Mo will show you how people in the Bidnass Nation, our community, got on this trade yesterday and made money off of its fall. We will bring you all of this and more right now. But first, why should you be watching us? We're not a couple guys in our basement only investing a couple $100,000. These two fellas next to me maintain portfolios of well over $100 million. We're talking real estate houses all over the world, 8 or 9 businesses upstairs, and tons of money in stocks. I bring your questions to them, and we will do that right now for Ocugen. I introduce Paul Gabriel and your handsome self.
Thank you so much. You always tell me I'm handsome. That's very nice.
Well, you know you are. I mean, come on. The girls love you. Guys, the kids love you.
The first thing, please follow us on Instagram. We have a new Instagram account. And then also follow our personal accounts. That way we don't feel left out personally. So guys, if you're new to our channel, what we like to do is we like to use our 8-pillar analysis to go look at companies. It involves revenue growth, profit margin, etc., to go see how a company looks. I'm immediately looking at this and seeing a lack of data all over. No revenue, net income of a loss, 5-year free cash flow. This is, negative returns on invested capital, like everything here. So you're probably looking at this going, yeah, but Paul, look at the stock. Yeah, I'm sorry, I don't care. I immediately say I don't care. So Mo, what's going on with this company? Like you know a little bit more about this. Like what's going on with this company that's causing this like bipolar behavior?
So this company, if you just look at we've talked about this one multiple times. This is their pipeline. They have preclinical things, and they're basically nothing. It wasn't until COVID, when the government was giving out money to do COVID research and vaccine research, they latched on. And they've been up and down because they're supposed to be the best vaccine out there. Yesterday, they were supposed to get WHO emergency approval. That was between them and another company. The other company got it. So
awkward.
And Ocugen has been supposed to be the best thing ever. So
yeah, this stock was up 65% in October.
Right. So if you want to chase stocks like this, you're really chasing one thing, because outside of COVID, they got nothing. The pipeline tells you everything you need to know. So
when you say chase, Mo, I've been monitoring our new Instagram, and folks, we're getting Paul all over the world. I can't believe that people in Bulgaria and Trinidad email us and say, thank you for saving me about not having a process. But when you say chase, what are normal people doing? I guess I was doing it in the past, but what are we talking about? Like listening to the news and then buying this nonsense?
So when I say chase, when you see a chart like this and you get to this point, this is when everybody's talking about Ocugen. It's supposed to be the greatest thing ever. It's going to go way up here off the screen, and then it falls back down. Any time set that you get these little blips of excitement. This one, it fell down, it came back a little bit. That's what I mean by chase. Even back here, everyone started to it gapped down, and everyone started to kind of chase that right up. They chase the news. They have no idea what's behind it. It's just news driven. It's news driven, it's internet driven. That's it.
So what we typically do is use our 8 pillars. Paul, show us some of the other steps we would use to look at this company. Financials, balance sheet.
So let's go first. Income statement. What the heck? I don't see revenue.
Well, if you don't have a product, how can you create revenue outside of COVID?
So no revenue in the last 10 years, except for literally we have houses in Mexico that do more revenue per month than these guys have done in the last 10 years.
Paul, they literally don't have anything to sell.
I know, that's exactly
That's the thing.
So net income, loss. If you believe this is a good investment, please email me to buy shares in my companies, because I will put a massive valuation, because I make a lot more money than this.
I'll let you buy shares of my family if you want.
Shares outstanding. You ready for this one, guys? 200,000 10 years ago.
It can't be that bad.
200 million today.
No. This is not a split, Paul.
Oh no, there's never a split. Because if it's split, it would adjust for that also. This is just shares out. Guys, this is insane. They're raising money through equity, doing it this way. But look at this. Through COVID time, look at their shares outstanding, because people were probably like, yes, let's go jump on this train. So they issued shares. And by the way, that's a smart thing to do. When you have no profit, instead of taking on debt and people want your crack, you just sell them more crack.
And this is what all of these small biotech companies do. If you look
at
any small biotech company, they are going to do this.
And guess what? That sucks, because if they double the number of shares outstanding without a split, and the profit and revenue doubles, you've gotten no gain, because you've been diluted by half. That's the problem. That's exactly the problem.
Yeah.
So Let's go to another metric that's going to be absolutely useless.
There is a way to make money on this, though.
Yes.
I'll show
how?
you in a little bit.
Listen, so here's our 8 pillars tab, guys, and here's our software. It does all of this for you. It shows you free cash flow. It does everything for you, including the 8 pillars tab. It tells you all the data you need. No revenue growth because not enough data. It's been nothing. It's been zero. I guess technically it's a check because the revenue is exactly the same. It went from 0 to 0.
This has to be an everything money record. 88,000% increase in shares.
So,
I
guys,
have no words.
what we do on this channel is we're trying to look at this world and say, okay, there are 10,000 stocks out there. We want to find 20 or 40 that fit our criteria. For me, what I'm trying to teach through value investing is the future is hard to determine. So let me find a company in which the past will kind of indicate to me what the future is going to happen. So, for example, let's look at Microsoft. I always like to pull up Microsoft. I don't know why. Look at the income statement for Microsoft. Look at all the data we have. We have consistent growth here of revenue. We have consistent profit growth. You look at the 8 pillars tab. Got all these green check marks. The only X's are the values. So this is what I'm looking for. I'm using our software to find these companies that make sense to me that I can sit there and say, hey, in the next 5 or 10 years, I can have a range of where I think their profit and revenue is going to end up being, and let me see if I can pay a reasonable price for that company. And then I go to our stock analyzer tool, and I input this data to make assumptions, so it tells me what exact price I should pay today for the stock to get the returns I want. It's very simple. We created this because we were doing this before, and all of our subscribers were like, hey, how do I use your software to do my own research instead of waiting for you guys to make videos? So we made the software. I spent hundreds of thousands of dollars to make the software. We did this. You get everything you see here. You get it all on your mobile app. So you don't have to even be in front of a computer. You can do it on your phone while you're at the doctor's office, wherever you are. You get 2 or 3 exclusive videos a day that are only for people who subscribe to the software. You get access to Seth, Mo, and I. And most importantly, you're probably at home going, none of my friends talk this way, and I love this process. Well, we have 6,000 other people who buy our software in a chat. You can talk to them about every idea you have, even crypto, which we're not fans of, but you can do all that. You can do trading with Mo in the app, all of these things, all available for you for only 90 cents per day. Less than a cup of coffee, guys. You get all of this. If you can increase your returns by 1 or 2% a year or decrease your losses by 1 or 2% a year, this will pay hundreds of thousands of dollars, if not millions, to your retirement, all for 90 cents a day. 2 ways to sign up, everythingmoney.com or Patreon. Either one gets you access within minutes. The benefit of everythingmoney.com is you don't get double charged in the first month like you do on Patreon, and you don't get charged a sales tax yet like you do on Patreon because we're not big enough. So sign up either way, 90 cents per day. This is a no-brainer. I don't know what else to say, guys. I'm just avoiding Ocugen. I just don't understand it. There's just way too, the biggest thing here we're trying to teach is process, and I don't understand this. Like, if you said to me tomorrow they're going to have 10 million in revenue, I'd say, okay. 100 million in revenue? Okay, I have no idea. Mm-hmm. If I go to them and say, guide me, how am I going to believe it? They've had 0 revenue in the last 10 years.
Mo can guide you in the Bid and Ask Nation, that Trading Nation, if you're interested in charts and looking at candlesticks. Mo, did people catch this fall yesterday?
Yeah. So, guys, when you have days like this, these massive days, instead of just going in and blindly buying, which a lot of you that are watching this video probably did, or listen to some crazy YouTuber that said, go and blindly buy these things, you can just switch right over here to the 15-minute chart. This is taking that candle that I just showed you, that big candle, and opening it up and showing you each 15-minute period within that candle. Right over here, look at yesterday. Perfect example. All we need to do is look for our sweet spot on a 15-minute chart, which is below 20%, between 0 and 20. Next, you look for volume. Here we had a very big influx of volume at about 10:45 in the morning. Nice engulfing candlestick, and you could have confidently rode this thing down until about 12:45 and made over $1 a share. That's pretty good for 90 minutes.
For 90 minutes on
a stock that's insane.
And what's the price of the stock at that point?
So we would have grabbed it at about $14.50 and so sold out.
You'd have made it at 7%.
Yeah, $13.
You'd have made 7% in a matter of 90 minutes.
90 minutes, and you would have been. There was no time in this time frame where you were saying, "Oh my God, I'm going to start losing on this thing." As soon as this thing popped over 20%, you exit the position.
Guys,
nowhere in that period were you close to getting 20%.
We're teaching a process here. Mo has a process. If you follow the process, you win. If you start to get cocky and go, "Oh, I know better," you lose. That's it.
And guys, notice you made 7% on the trade. You didn't make 20% or 17, whatever it was, you're never going to catch the high. You're never going to catch a low, but try to catch somewhere.
7% in 90 minutes. If you complain about that, just I don't know what to say besides.
Well, it's not these altcoin returns on a daily basis.
Maybe so. Yeah.
That's our take on Ocugen. Join the community. We bring you tons of exclusive content. We will continue to do so. Avoid, of course, in this case, what an ugly looking company and stock, Paul. So take with a thumbs up. We will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.